Hello and welcome to my today's live about how to simplify IT management with Endpoint Central. Fine, I am Jürgen Rinelli and I'm a senior software consultant and today I want to show you that IT management is no rocket science at all. I'm going to show Endpoint Central, the security edition from Manage Engine. This edition is the complete edition, and you can meet even the NIS2 requirements with it. But later, more for that. I'm gonna share now my screen, and we will go straight into the product. All right, hide that bar too, and yeah, we are here in the console from Endpoint Central. Endpoint Central, some facts of it about it. Endpoint Central is an agent-based system, and access is done through a browser. You can manage Windows, Mac, and Linux clients, a lot of Linux flavors too. And it is available as an on-prem or a cloud edition. You even can have it as the on-prem edition on a hybrid solution, let's say. So on a cloud server, it would work too. And Point Central on-prem is coming with a PostgreSQL database up to 10,000 clients, no problem. You can always migrate to an MS SQL database. Let's get my video stopped here too. Just here. All right. Fine. And we'll go right through a few basic features and basic things we need to talk about. Such a solution, such a suite need to have security, and you can secure your Endpoint Central server by using a secure gateway server. It's a small component module you install in the DMSAT, and you would have a safe communication through the internet. As well, you can add third-party certificates, and it is a user technician-based access with roles as well. So you can add here your users. Once you have added a domain, you can even have Active Directory authentication or local authentication, and you can provide roles to your users. That's, let's say, a patch manager. A patch manager can only be responsible for the patch management, nothing else. And you can give or restrict access only to specific remote offices or static groups. Roles you can build as you wish, and there is a two-factor authentication as well, email or authenticator app for extra safety. What else do we have? We have integrations with ticketing systems. We have Jira, we have Zendesk, and other systems too. And we do have a big and very well documented API, REST API, where you can configure your own integrations too. With Endpoint Central, we can manage not only in agents within our environment. We even can manage systems in the home office. The main benefits here in that suite are the automatizations. I'm going to go through as an overview through all modules. So in the beginning here in the Home tab, we do have what we need. At first sight, some information about our infrastructure. That's as a hardware and the software lifecycle too. Over licensed, under licensed, about the software and such. Always there is a help down here with how-tos, knowledge base, FAQ, and videos. And there is a roadmap for everyone accessible and because we are here right in the corner already. This is where you can add and have some support already with a chat with the vendor. Call, raise a ticket. Let's go to the configurations. What are configurations? When it comes to configurations, a lot of those we do with the GPO, with the Active Directory. But if we implement systems in work groups, we can also manage those systems here by providing security policy, secure USB, and such. Mac and Linux, as I already mentioned, can be managed too. As well, we do have a script repository in here. Scripts can be published everywhere, nearly every time. You can publish scripts on its own, or by selecting them pre-installation or by post-installation processes. Scripts can be modified here as well with a script editor. And the description, of course, there are templates. That's a big plus with Manage Engines Endpoint Central. They provide you with templates, even within the script library. There are 314 scripts, different categories, and different platforms. And you just, auto login. But for example, view in repository. Okay, I do already have it there. Add to repository, and you can instantly modify that script and publish it. Own scripts, of course, can be added as well with different formats. And then let's go to the big time savers. Let's go to the patches. There we do have threads and patches. Let's start with the patches. Missing patches. As soon as there are the agents deployed out there, they will collect missing patches and we will have them listed here. We do have the severity here in front. We do have linked bulletin IDs and more informations within those patches. Also, we do have an approval status that comes in handy later when we do want to publish patches automatically. Only approved patches can be rolled out automatically. Not approved patches can only be enrolled by clicking here, install publish patch. That's the manual way. And provide a name and just select a deployment policy. Let's say anytime at the earliest or something, and then publish it. That's easy. You even have the option to publish within the self-service portal. Just one click and it's in the self-service portal. What else do we see? We have, of course, missing systems, failed systems. If there is already a configuration running and failed, we do have information about platform. Is a reboot necessary or not? Is the patch uninstallation supported or not by that patch? And we do have, download status and whatever more do we want to select. By talking about patching, we need to understand first, and we want to know, we do not need to understand, we want to know what can we patch at all. There is in the Windows area, we do have all the Microsoft patches. We do not need that Windows Update Server anymore. We have third-party patches, and I'm pretty sure it is still until today the same. We do have the biggest third-party patch database from all products in the market. You're welcome to prove me wrong. Drivers and BIOS can be patched too. Mac and Linux patches are available too. Not only the OS, even third-party patches there. I talked about making the life easier by automatizations. There is automated patch deployment. Once I have created automatizations, I will have a dashboard here. And I love those dashboards. When I build up a automation, I only need a good cup of cappuccino in the morning and look about that dashboards. All right, 10 green, great. That red one, all right. I need to have a look why it has failed, and that others are in rollout. So how to create such an automation? That's easy. You go here, click, I just show Windows, the others are similar. We give it a name and then we go there and we choose what we do want to deploy, maybe only the critical and important patches. We can, in the Microsoft area, we can have selected only specific applications or have even exceptions if we want to accept something. We can patch in the third-party patch area the same. Even there are exceptions, maybe for some Citrix workspace or whatever. As well, antivirus driver updates could be patched automatically too. And here we can select after which time, after approval or release, it should be deployed. And here as well, again, we do have the when and the how, the deployment policy. I've basically created one with 2 schedules a day, each week, um, and every weekday, and 2 different time windows. And yeah, even the automation can be published into the self-service portal by enabling administrators or users to install those patches on their own. And the next step, we just choose the target. The targeting is pretty easy too. You just filter it and uh, select an organizational unit if you want. So you just go and scroll through this Active Directory, then exclude targets. You can exclude targets. That's a cool thing because you might have a custom group with systems never to have something automated patched. So you can exclude those systems here. Exclusions can be done as many as you want, and targets can be defined as many as you wish. In the next step, there is that big question. Do you feel lonely? If you are feeling lonely, the system will help you there too by providing status reports every hour or such. But you can leave it even and just save it and just have a look about that dashboard, showing you every detail, and you can debug everything through a click. Well, that's the automatic rollout of the patches, but we still are in demand of testing patches. So let's go to test and approve. Here we can build different patch testing groups. So in order to do that, easy task 2, select like we have done it before, third-party patches the same. And we can even postpone it for a special special time from vendor release. I'm a German, so I'm not a native speaker, as you already recognized. I'm sorry. So deployment policy, even here, the when and the how, and then you can automatically approve tested patches after, let's say, 3 days. And that's really restrictive. If you, for example, would have 1,000 computers in a test group, even if it would fail technically on one of those, it won't be approved this patch. So you always can be certain patches only on technical clear installations will be approved. And then the automatic task after that testing has been done will get in place. So patching is not a rocket science at all anymore. And yes, you might want to have more automated groups. That's easy done. Configure one and then let's go there and save as new without targets or all targets. You can duplicate them. Then there is the threats. When it comes to threat management, even there, Endpoint Central is outstanding in my eyes. You have the software vulnerabilities, you can have them categorized, you have a lot of input too. You have the detected CVEs, you can filter them by the scores, you can fix them, you have 0-day vulnerabilities. Even there, you can publish it. And system misconfigurations. Everything deployable, everything is with more detailed informations provided. And high risk software. Do you know what software is expired in your environment? Endpoint Central is doing this list for you. So you do not need to maintain Excel lists or something, Excel sheets. So what is expiring next on which systems? Peer-to-peer and remote desktop sharing would be shown as well. We have web server misconfigurations. We cannot deploy anything here, but we have a resolution. We get pointed to where and what, and we have this in a different view too. Port audit, important thing. This is a nice list. Yeah, of course, it shows me port number, port type, and it is open on that instances. All right, I want to know now what software is using this port. So let's click on detailed view. And here I have my answers. When we go further within that NIS2 configuration and compliances and such, we will need even compliances. We will need to know when it comes to an audit how good are and how safe are our systems. So there is for Windows and Linux, there are those CIS benchmarks. You can map them and create an audit. I've done so because it takes time. So I already made some for today. Let's go in there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look about that benchmark. All right, 25% compliant. Um, every security officer will leave the room. So here we see not only what is failed. Everyone is talking about that's not good, that's failed. But I want to know, what is it about? I want to know irrational. And especially I want to know how to fix it. So every of those informations are provided for you. And speaking of safety, you need to have an automatic guarantee policy. This can be provided here. Let's say vulnerability. Select CSS value above 8. Audit only or quarantine the system, or block all network access and such. Get a grace period if you want, but get an alert message so that you can instantly work on your network's safety. Of course, there are a lot of reports and such, and those are provided even with executive reports. There are predefined, and there are a lot of other reports. When it comes to the reports, later I will show that there are plenty much of more possibilities. Software deployment is the next. We start at the templates. I already mentioned in my in the meeting schedule that we have a lot of templates. Look, 142,000 and a few templates for different operating systems, and these templates do have all the necessary install switches in the for the enterprise enrollment. Let's see. We do have here, for example, yeah, this is a Windows software. It's an exe. If when I scroll or hover over it in the down left corner, you see from where it is coming. It is provided the full installer from the software vendors on its own. Nothing is hosted with Manage Engine, and I do have those install switches and uninstall switches. I, it is difficult to find them. They may change, and they are definitely not the same on every software. and I can create a package out of there. I just clicking create package. I will have the package in here, and then I just go software installation process, install it on the system, get the target, and deploy. It's done. It takes about 3 minutes with 7-zip if you do not have a package at all. Out from the template, creating a package, deploying on the first machine, 3 minutes. You also can modify those packages. It might be necessary. And then you have those pre and post deployment activities. Easy done too. So you want to check the software. Is there something, if there is a software on that system already or not? You want to uninstall something. You want to have a file folder operation or manage ongoing processes. Do it. It's easy. Uh, and post-deployment activities, same thing. Oh, those shortcuts. A few software installers, they always want to build that shortcuts on the desktop. So, oh, right, I will delete it from there. It is as well easy. And the same I do have for the uninstallation. And of course, if I build something out from a template, all those informations are already in place about the architecture, about the vendor and such. Building an own package is easy too. The same what we saw already with the modify, we do have here. We just select from where we find that, and we get that installers, the install switches, and we define pre and post deployment activities. That's it. And then we can publish it. And if there is a new version out there, let's say Irvan View, here we can see it. I will get automatically, if I wish to, a new package created. And I can even select, configure that within the self-service portal, there's always the newest, the latest version. So even in the templates, I can change them. So it is helpful even there. What else do we have? We do need an asset summary. We do need to know what's about our assets. Yeah, we do have it here, a software compliance, a warranty summary, and about the computers, about each computer, we have detailed informations. Let's go in there. Come on. Yes, there it is. Asset summary. A lot of information about the system. Custom fields. You can add them to system informations by services, users, groups, drivers, shares, and even further informations within all that. Hardware informations, BIOS, keyboard, monitors, and physical memory, what is installed in the system and what can be installed. Software, there is desktop apps, and even here I already can uninstall software through the action buttons. I have a metered software option. That's something where I can save resources, spare resources. I do need to know, is there on every of that 100 systems a Photoshop needed? Do they really use it? Or can I spare some licenses? So I could create a rule by defining, by running for a specific time, how many systems, how long, and how often do need to run this software. And that we are GDPR compliant, we can restrict technicians from retaining personal information. We can provide them only the possibility for mask and remove personal information by exporting those data. What else do we have? Certificates. We can scan for the certificates, and we even can alert ourselves for outrunning certificates, file details, a summary of what audio files are on that system or movie files, security informations, BitLocker, antivirus, firewall, and missing patches, USB audit. Yeah, of course, within my um, only virtual environment, I do not have it. History, audit history, user log on history. And from everywhere where you can see that icon, we have already even access to the system manager. In the behind, we can, in the background, we can have a look about the processes, about the services, command prompt registry, and we can work within that. I'm gonna show that in detail in action later. OS deployment. Even there, we do have automatism. We have possibilities, easy possibilities. We can deploy with PXE, ISO, and USB, and this works. Yeah, what can I do? I cannot deploy a Microsoft ISO file. This is working with an imaging process, and you can image a hardware, let's say, and you can publish this hardware independent to other systems too. This is done by providing for the other systems a driver repository. Adding a driver repository is just a few clicks. Just give the path where those drivers lie, and the system component, while the deployment will search within that repository, will have a look out for the drivers needed on that particular system. Helping here, oh yes, Endpoint Central is helping here too. We do have vendor drivers. These are the needed drivers for the PE environment. Not even there you need to have a look on the vendor pages. There are the vendors Lenovo, HP, and Dell supported already, and nearly every system you can find here. And yeah, 74, let's go 75. It's a large list. And yeah, you can add those drivers when you create a bootable media. Bootable media creation, easy done to create, let's say, a USB stick. And add vendor drivers. You select those vendor drivers or your own drivers, and it's done. And within the deployment templates, you can create a domain join, user accounts, and such things. And you might want to, yeah, deploy only a standard Windows image, only with with Windows, and joining this into a OU, like let's say new computers OU, and later on get an automation through the software deployment by selecting all necessary standard applications you want to deploy and providing as a target this new computers OU. So then automatically the new deployed systems will receive the software you want. All right, there are not only computers, we do have mobile devices too. And those, of course, we need to maintain and restrict and such things. We do have the option to enroll, uh, bring your own devices or corporate devices, containerizations and everything. And we can build Apple devices, Android, Windows, and Chrome devices. Supervised devices enrollment by integration of the Apple Business Manager or the QR code enrollment with Android, for example. The management of the devices will be done through profiles, yeah, groups and profiles. You can group your systems there, and yeah, providing profiles on those groups and applications on that groups. And then if you remove a mobile phone from one group or even a computer from one group and push it into another group, all those profiles and applications will be automatically adjusted. A profile will tell you what the system can do. Create a profile, iOS, Android, Windows, Chrome, macOS, and tvOS. Windows, cool thing, because through the modern management, you can even um, yeah, have a geo tracking, have the systems wiped. You can have profiles rolled out. You can um, have a kiosk modus. Let's have a look how it looks like with the Android profile. Even OEM configuration profiles are possible for different devices, Zebra, Honeywell, etc. MDM profile. Let's show you how easy even this can be done. Of course, there are a lot of options. Password requirements. Yeah, a password complexity high, complex value, user-friendly 16 digits, and maybe you don't want to have the biometrics as well. Everything easier set up. Restrictions, camera restrictions. Bring your own devices. You cannot restrict camera, and because there are a lot of settings, um, everywhere are icons helping you. This can be only achieved through full device management. Yeah, security settings and a lot of more. Wi-Fi settings, profiles, give it publish it through the profiles, exchange active sync and such things. The profiles for the iOS, I want to show them too because they differ a bit because Android, Apple has different functionalities as well, but the look is the same, right? Even here, restrictions, security, share data between unmanaged and managed apps, no, and even exchange active sync kiosk modus and such. That's the enrollment can be done even within self-enrollment. And yeah, you always have a big audit. You can implement all the stores you want for as Google and Android and such, and deploy apps through the app repository, and you have a auto update policies for the apps and even the OS. Fine, let's move on to the tools. Remote control, we do have system manager, remote shutdown, wake online, chat, announcements, and system tools, all within one solution. And we do have the application control within this security edition. Application control allowing us to publish a blocker list and a whitelist, and we even can manage then a strict whitelist. And privilege management allows us to provide privilege rights to certain applications needing a local admin just to run for, and we can remove those local admins from computers there. We do have a device control within the security edition, allowing us to deploy policies for trusted devices, build up easy a trusted device group, and we just publish or create a policy with for trusted devices, let's say, with file access settings, allowing only BitLocker encrypted devices, file shadowing settings, and such. We even can provide temporary access on a specific system for a specific user, specific device, and specific time frame. And for everywhere, we have our insights and our alertings. BitLocker management available within the security edition too. Easy deployment and easy recovery of retrieving of the recovery key. Endpoint data loss prevention, giving us the ability to specify data rules own data rules or select already available data rules. We go and deploy them with an audit only or within a trusted applications. And there are a few settings you can do to provide sensitive data leaving your company. And we have all sensitive email audit, file audit, and such. As well, we do have the browser security. You restrict everything, but the browsers, they can do a lot. So even here, you have an add-on management, deleting or publishing add-ons. You can restrict it. You have a data leakage prevention too. Browser customization by providing proxy settings or a bookmark management or start page and such things. Browser rerouting, lockdown, etc. And of course here, compliance, CIS compliance, STIC compliance, and BSP compliance automatically. And there is, as well as a last point, the malware protection. I'm going to show that from another system, the incident management. Let's get it big. All right, here it is. Incident management through the mails. Oh, that's a cool thing. So right in a live session, my password has been. Okay, let's have a look in again. All right, there we are. Yeah, we do have our incidents here. Anti-ransomware, next-gen antivirus. We do have we can select a true and a false positive. We can see what is the incident. It is linked with virus total so that we have further informations, and we have a very detailed forensic option within here. We can resolve it. And speaking about that, malwares. Endpoint Central provides instant non-erasable backup of the files in your environment every 3 hours by leveraging Microsoft's Volume Shadow Copy service. That means if a file is infected with ransomware, it can be restored with the most recent backup copy of the file. So even here, Endpoint Central gives a complete help and all the insights. So last thing to have a look on. Is the tools. What do we have here within the tools? We have a remote control. This remote control provides us access even if you have an terminal server integrated with through these buttons here into the terminal sessions. When we go and have a connection here, that's hard. Today is the 3rd. We will establish a remote session, remote control. Oh, come on. So we can here enter the system when it is locked with our own credentials or by providing the access from the user. Control Alt Delete, and we have even performance statistics. And when we want to go in here in the system with Control Alt Delete, we can do so. Let's log in. Yep, I've been right. Okay, now if I always say when a GUI is already slow, it won't get faster. It won't become faster when I get on it remotely. So I would need to go. I would need to go quick somewhere with the quick launches. Control panel, let's open it with one click. Device manager, open it with one click. This helps tremendously if the system is slow, and of course, if it is in a language I'm not able to understand. And there are also power options and admin tasks like clean up. And yeah, this is handy. GP update force, one click, done. We have file transfer, text chat, voice call, and video call. You always need to be able to communicate with your most important assets. That's your users, your employees. If mail is down or telephone is down or something, you need to be able to communicate. And that's possible through here, chat, voice call, video call, or through the announcements. Create an announcement, computer or user based. Let's say mail is down. Let's say we have a thread, thread mail getting around, please don't open or whatever. And this can be sent out multiple times to specific computers or groups or such. And this is always in front of the monitor of the applications. It has actively to be closed by the user. It cannot get out of focus and behind an application. Um, the system manager, managing the system in the background, as already mentioned within the inventory, it looks like that. Let's go. Task manager. Now, all the running processes will be listed, and we are able, through the action buttons, to kill them. That's here, action buttons. Kill those processes. If you have configured startup programs on that system, you can disable them too if you want. Task scheduler. Also handy. You can run those tasks or delete or disable them. Computer renaming is possible. Services. Do you know do you know all the services installed on that system? Here, Endpoint Central will list them for you. All installed services with the startup type, status, log on user, and you even have the ability to start, stop, and change the mode. Command prompt, PowerShell, reg editor, a lot in here. Reg editor is looking like that, so that you can get a feeling about it. Yeah, for event viewer and a lot of informations more. We won't get into every information there. Remote shutdown possible to, and with even schedule and more options. Log off and lock the system. Wake on LAN. Systems can be waked up through LAN. This will be done through the agent by enabling the agent for that. You only need one agent alive in that network segment, and it would send the magic packages for you. You even can schedule the wake on LAN. The system tools will get automatic cleanup tasks done for you. All right, then there is the reporting. The reporting is, there's a difference from the to the cloud edition right now. Within the cloud edition, you don't have the Active Directory reports. On-prem, you have them. Unused user accounts, inactive user accounts, soon to expire user passwords and such. Computer reports, OU reports, GPO reports, all very handy. Then you have already predefined lot of other reports like inventory reports, and all those reports, antivirus details, BitLocker, TPM details, all those reports are even with more drill down options. Software by manufacturer, let's have a look there. 2 installations, and I can even here filter and export or have more columns. I want to have a look about that. Software, all right, install date and such, all the informations on a click. Reporting everything, every of these reports can be also scheduled. You can define those. You can have a patch report, missing patches, let's say, with a filter, or installed patches with a filter, last 7 days installation or whatever. And mask personal information is remove or retain. And yeah, PDF, Excel, or CSV file. And even this can be scheduled, easy scheduler. Custom reports. There might be reports you need specific for you and they're not already pre-configured. There is a very fine report builder. Uh, let's say you want to know all the OS computer OS languages or such. You can create a report on your query reports. If you prefer to work with SQL statements, you can do so through that queries. So we have been through all the Endpoint Central. There are a lot of informations here. Endpoint Central, the Security Edition, is a big suite, and where am I? Where am I? Here I am. Endpoint Central is a big suite, and of course, it is. I've shown a really quick overview of all the components. There are a lot of detailed videos from myself and from the vendor managed engine, and give it a chance. You can always install the on-prem edition on the system. It is free of charge for 30 days full availability of all the features. And even the cloud edition can be registered in the trial for 30 days. There is also a free edition for small companies up to 25 computers. And I always say a family is a small business. So just check it, try it, use it at home, because we IT administrators, we have a invisible stamp there. I'm an IT geek, so every time I get a call, yeah, Jürgen, that's just a click for you. Could you do that? So use it in your own environment if you want and if you wish. What else can I say? Endpoint Central can be, of course, configured in different languages. That's provided with a language pack, multi-language pack, and you have a lot of different languages you can choose. And yes, help is also here. Let's say we want to patch something. Then there are some quick overviews. This is helping you with the steps, a first step. So what to do. And there is on our YouTube channel, there are even English videos and a lot of German videos helping you to for the first steps of as well. There is a video about configuring Endpoint Central, the basic configurations, and you will have it up and running in a 15 or 30 minutes latest. So that's been it with a complete overview of Endpoint Central Security Edition in a and in a rocket speed. But I believe, I hope you could come to the same conclusion. It is not a rocket science. It is easy to configure, and with Endpoint Central, you can achieve all the NIS2 compliance too. It helps you in a lot of ways by automizations, templates, and making your everyday's life easier. For me, Endpoint Central has been a big life changer. For example, I've been working as an SCCM specialist a lot of years. And when I had a company, a 400 computers, let's say, it took me all day, 8 hours each day, to configure third-party patches, roll them out, making configuring the patches for the OS, configuring migrations, OS, or new rollouts and such. With Endpoint Central, the same tasks just take me 1 hour a day. So it is a big time saver. And on Saturday afternoon, I'm not afraid of going to sleep, because next day I would have to stand up and work again with the tool a lot, making problems and big complications. So I suggest have a look at the vendors page, and I will link them in here. Um, that's here, show, yeah, manageengine.com. And have a look there, register for a trial, download it, or register for the cloud trial. Give it a chance. And if you have questions about Endpoint Central, or want to have more details, if you have the need of a support, there's the vendor. There are German partners in every country with a localized support, yeah, in your language. So try it and have fun.